Down 14-13 in the fourth quarter of Bluefield's season opening game against Graham, Charlie Tynes made the big play, taking a screen pass 77 yards for the game-winning touchdown. Last week, Tynes stepped up in the crunch again, breaking open a 7-7 dogfight against George Washington with 2 third-quarter touchdown runs. Clutch, yes. A team leader, you bet.
At this time, I'm basically worried about playing as a team, keeping everybody together, because I can't make the touchdowns that I do without the linemen blocking, the backs blocking as a team.
Charlie's 3-game stats are staggering. 37 carries for 527 yards, an average of 14.2 yards a pop. His speed is the key. Of his 7 touchdowns, the shortest has been for 46 yards. The biggest change in Charlie's game this year is in his approach to Friday nights. Last year as a junior, he says sometimes he was a little too loose on the field, but this time around as a senior, he says he's all business.
He's really stepped up the notch and taken care of a lot of questions, I guess, maybe would we have a back this year, and yes, we do.
Charlie also plays defensive back for the Beavers, a position that provides a different kind of satisfaction.
Feels good laying a big hit on somebody, you know. You get up, you see them on the ground, and hey, in your head, you like, well, they felt me, they know I'm coming strong, whatever, but it feels real good.
And Charlie's hoping to carry that good feeling all the way to a AA championship. In Bluefield, Mark Ruba, News Channel 6 Sports.
Bluefield Beavers.
We love football Friday too.
This year's Bluefield Beaver football team is kind of like that Hank Williams Jr. song, Family Tradition.
I guess so. You know, we talked about actually a couple days ago how a lot of parents who are following this club were once former Bluefield Beaver players, and now they're watching their sons go for a state title. The last Bluefield Beaver football team to go undefeated and win the state title was in 1967. Back then, a quarterback named Pete Sarver led the Beavers to an 11-0 record. If the name sounds familiar, it should. Pete's son Brandon is the current Beaver quarterback, and if all goes right Friday night in Wheeling, the two will share a remarkable link.
Like father, like son. At least that's the hope in the Sarver household this week. If quarterback Brandon Sarver and his Beaver teammates can defeat Grafton Friday night in the Class AA championship game, then Brandon will equal the feat accomplished by his father, Pete Sarver, also a quarterback 30 years ago, an undefeated state championship season.
I always want my son to be so much better than I am in everything, and he certainly is that, and he has far exceeded anything that I would have ever hoped that he could do. I just hope and pray that you'll be able to do it one more time next week.
Back in August, I know teams didn't really expect, and other coaches expect us to do too well this season, but we've proved them wrong so far. I just hope we can prove them wrong one more time next week.
Brandon has overcome incredible odds to reach this climactic moment. After suffering a devastating knee injury last season, many felt, including Brandon himself, that he would not make it back for his senior season.
I knew when I got injured last year there wasn't a chance I was going to be able to play this year, but I had one of the best doctors in the world fix my knee and one of the best physical therapists. And it's just I worked real hard because I just wanted to be a part of this team this year, my senior year, and everything's been perfect so far, but it's not quite perfect just yet.
Not quite yet. The Beavers and Bearcats will square off Friday night at 7:30, and the BHS Athletic Boosters are organizing a bus trip for Beaver backers. If you're interested, head over to the Bluefield High School cafeteria tonight until 7:30, or tomorrow and Wednesday from 6 to 7:30 to sign up.
Bluefield head coach Fred Simon gives credit to his seniors and their great attitude in leading the Beavers to the Class AA championship game. Two seniors in particular have stepped up and led the charge on defense for the Beavers. Mark Rubin now has their story.
They are the Killer D's. Bluefield senior linebackers Sean Dews and Rick DeCivio have crushed opposing offenses all season long. In Saturday's win over Weir, it was Dews' fumble recovery that halted the Red Raiders' potential game-tying drive and led to the Beavers' final score.
It's just a great feeling to go back up there. Me and all the 10th graders that went up there that 2 years ago, it's just a great feeling going back. I just can't wait till next week.
Coach Simon always was telling us that our defense had to win games, and then offense wins games, but defense wins championships, is what he always said. So, I mean, we just got to play a heck of a defense every game.
The Killer D's also run out of the fullback spot on offense. The perfect change of pace for speedsters Charlie Tynes and Donald Amaker.
With their size and quickness, it means a lot that they play up to their potential every week, and this week is no different.
Friday night, Grafton's ground game better beware. 35 and 22 are headed to Wheeling and planning one final sting for the Killer D's. In Bluefield, Mark Rubin, News Channel 6 Sports. Plenty of well-wishers on hand this morning at Bluefield High School to send the Beavers off in style. Students cheered from windows and in the parking lot as the Beaver bags were stuffed on the bus. After 3 days of practice, Bluefield's Beavers are excited to be headed for Wheeling.
All week long we've been practicing hard and stuff, so I guess we are pretty excited going up today. Go up there and relax and have a good game tomorrow, I guess.
Many of this year's Beavers made the trip to Wheeling with the 95 team that fell to Musselman 17-13. This time around, they say they're better and more focused.
Yeah, I believe we have a better team than what I had in my 10th grade year, and I think we got more speed, and I think we'll be ready to go.
We're relaxed right now. We're not real tense. Being up there 2 years ago, the seniors and juniors that went up there, we sort of know what to expect. It's not all new to us.
But the pressure is on to win the championship. It would be Bluefield's first since 1984 and 7th overall. For the seniors, it would also be the perfect ending to a perfect season.
I have to say this is the best for the 4 years I've been up here, being a running back, and now I say I'm going to try and go out with a bang.
And bring that Class AA championship trophy back with you. In Bluefield, Mark Rubin, News Channel 6 Sports. The Beaver backers braved cold and snowy conditions tonight in Wheeling for the Class AA Championship showdown with Grafton. Bluefield came out with a charge, seeking their first state title since 1984. And it was the Beavers' defense to come up with the game's first turnover on the snow-slick turf. Rick DeCivio pounced on the loose ball, and the Beavers were in business. The touchdown maker, Charlie Tynes, carried Bluefield to the game's first score. Brian Terry's extra point made it 7-0. Then it was quarterback victimizing quarterback. Brian Gillespie intercepted by Brandon Sarver. Freddie Simon pumped. From there, the Super Soft turned up big. Donald Amaker converting the turnover into another score. Barely 7 minutes into the game, the Beavers were up 14-0. Grafton appeared shell-shocked, and then the Beavers opened up the airwaves. Sarver lofting the beautiful rainbow aerial for Tynes to run under. Sir Charles makes the grab, another big play for the Beavers. Tynes finished off the drive with his second touchdown of the game. Go ahead, Charlie. Take a moment. You've earned it. 21-0 Bluefield after 1. In the second quarter, Grafton gained life through their gutty quarterback Gillespie, single-handedly lifting the Bearcats off the mat. His touchdown made it 21-7 at the break.
The story of the first half, turnovers. 3 Bearcat blunders have led to 21 Beaver points. But the game is far from over. At 21-7, Bluefield has yet to put Grafton away. In the third quarter, Bluefield reestablished their dominance, taking the opening kickoff and marching right down the field. Charlie Tynes capped off a 16-yard touchdown run for his third touchdown of the game. Sean Dews would add a touchdown to give the Beavers a 28-point lead, and they would never look back. Bluefield tops Grafton 42-13. They are the Class AA champions. All hail the Bluefield Beavers in Wheeling. Mark Rubin, News Channel 6 Sports.
You know, as a coach, we should have it every year, but also on the other side of the coach, you got to act like
Oh, it's real great. In the parade today, we were first in line, so everybody got to see us first. It's just outstanding how the community can come together and support us like this. The fan support's been real great. It was real great up in Wheeling at the game. A lot of fans there, even through the cold weather and the snow and everything. It's just everybody came out to support us.
News Channel 6 applauds the Beavers of Bluefield High School on a perfect finish to the 1997 football season. The Beavers defeated Grafton in the West Virginia State AA Football Championship. The win gives Bluefield High School their first state title since 1984 and their 7th overall. News Channel 6 congratulates Coach Brett Simon and the Beavers of Bluefield High School on their 14-0 season.
Special congratulations from Investment Planning Consultants Incorporated and Dr. Sheila Brooks Foot Care.